Oh, hey! Didn't see you there. Welcome to Oliver's World. Today I'm going to talk about how to use spray cans and how to use your airbrush. First things first, if you hear a background noise, it's my fridge. Sorry, but I can't turn it off. Also, I will not be going in depth with everything that I'm about to show you. If you want details, if you still have questions at the end of this video, comment. I will respond ASAP. I have to keep the video as short as possible, so that's why I'm doing this. So today I have this model here. This one is just a scrap jet that I use for practicing, and we're gonna paint this wing. We're gonna paint it blue. Things you need: well, your model, obviously. You also need your paint. I'm gonna use this Mr. Color GX paint. For spray can part, I'm gonna be using this Mr. Finishing Surfacer. This is just a primer. My hairbrush, it's right here. That's what we're gonna be using. Also, obviously, we're gonna need a thinner. So, let's get started. Okay, so the first thing you want to do is use the primer on the piece, and to do that you want to make sure that the piece that you're spraying the paint or the primer on is clean. I recommend that you use some kind of cloth if you're doing a more serious project or a more serious paint job, but this is just a scrap model, so I don't really care. Then you want to take this can and warm it up by your fireplace, just like so. Not too close, you don't want this thing to explode. Now, I understand that not all of you guys have a fireplace, but you just use warm water and it will work just fine. Warming up your spray cans is not absolutely necessary, but it does help the flow. It does help the paint or the stuff that's in there to flow better. And now that the can is nice and warm, shake the devil out of it. Now you must shake it really well. It's better to shake it a lot than not enough, and I'm serious about this. If you want a nice even coat, you have to shake this pretty well. Now turn your fan or your ventilation system on. So your primer is good to go. Take the cap off. So now the distance, well, you don't want to be too close. You don't want to be like this, obviously, but you don't want to be too far, alright? You don't want to be like really far away from the piece, like this. This is way too far. This is too close. This is way too close. About here is fine. The first spray, just spray. Don't spray on the model first. Do nice, fast strokes, like this. Just like that. And you want to do multiple thin coats. See? I'm doing nice and quick strokes, and I'm releasing the cap as soon as I'm not spraying on the piece. And there you go. That's how you do it. One thing I forgot to mention is that you don't want to push too hard on the cap of these, because the paint is just going to start to go all over the place. But as you can see, I haven't put much primer on here because I don't need much. I just wanted to show you how to use this. So now we need to paint this the color we want. So to do so, we will need a few things. We will need not Q-tips, but toothpicks. We'll need like a dropper or a pipette. We will need like a kind of spoon, a paint tray, or whatever you use. The paint, obviously, and the thinner, and your hairbrush. So now for the paint. Really easy. Just like you can, shake your paint. Now, as you can see, the container, the cap, or whatever of the airbrush is not that big, and you don't need much. A little goes a long way, really. So what you want to do is take your spoon or whatever you have. You can use a dropper, and you put some paint in here. You can clean your spoon. Now you need some thinner and toothpicks. And you want to take your toothpick and my hand is in the way, I'm pretty sure. But you just want to mix it up. Don't make a mess. You want it to be about the consistency of milk. So hopefully you can see that, but it's moving kind of like milk. So what you want to do is you take your paint and just pour the paint in, just like so, and you can see the drops, they're just falling. They look like, it looks like water. So you can probably, yeah, you can probably hear my compressor. I keep my air pressure in my compressor at about 15 to 20 psi. Take your hairbrush. This is a double action hairbrush. Just like a spray can, you want to spray somewhere else first, and you want to make sure that it works. And there you go. Then you start to apply the paint. Now the thing that you want to do is just like the can, you want to do multiple thin coats. Easy peasy. Okay, you can stop in between just to make sure that you're doing a nice job. Now, as you can see, I'm closer to the piece that I'm painting with my hairbrush than with the can. I can control the air pressure in this, but not in the can. So I have to be a little closer. Okay, you want to keep moving, always. You can stop and take a look at your work. So at first the color is not going to look very good, but the more coats you add, the better it will be. You can see here that's the very first coat, and this is about like the third coat. I'll try to do a bit of shading here on the edge. I'm not a pro, but we'll see how that goes. Well, not too bad. So if you're too close, this is gonna happen. See that right here? So as you can see, this is what happens when you are too close, and this is what happens when you're far from the piece. And this right here is the final result. So now that everything is said and done, you need to clean your airbrush quite quickly. You don't want to paint to dry in there. And if you want to see more of that, just ask me in the comments and I will do a separate video to show you how to clean your airbrush, because it's not too hard, but it's not that simple, and it can take quite a while if you clean the whole thing. So there we go, guys. I hope this was helpful. Again, I want to keep the video short, so if you have any questions, just ask me in the comments and I will answer you, I promise. I also take suggestions, guys, so actually this video was made because a few people asked me to do it. So if you have any suggestions, anything, just tell me in the comments and I'll make a video about it. So see you next time, guys.